Oh boy, you're gonna want to watch this one today. 23 new characters have been added into the game. And of course, basically all of them are required for the new fusion. Also, this is one of your last chances for the $21,000 well account that we're giving away for Raid Shadow Legends. In order to be part of it, if you're wondering, all you have to do is be a subscriber of this channel, which you can do by hitting the subscribe button or clicking the link down below that says click here to enter the giveaway, and then leave a comment on this video saying join Discord. I will announce the winner of this giveaway soon, and I recommend being in on my Discord. That way you can see the information on who won, and if you won quickly, you can click on the link to just join the Discord. I'll have it in the description as well as a pinned comment. Plus you can talk to me on a daily basis and see when we go live. I love you all, and let's get into today's video. The new Christmas fusion is in the game. Pyxniel, I don't know how you say this name, okay, is in the game. And the moves are actually really good. But we need to talk about it because there's something that is not really good. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4 epics to make this special Christmas fusion. And of course, all 4 of those epics are brand new epics. And if you look at the rares here, these are newer rares as well. Unfortunately, this is going to be a hard fusion. Now, if you've been following my channel, you know that I'm not spending money anymore, but I'm going to try to do this fusion regardless. I think she's really good. I'm going to give it my best bet. I don't think I'll be able to clear this one free to play, which is really a bummer because if we look at her moves, the moves are actually pretty exciting. So let's look at those now. All right, so the basic attack. Attacks one enemy, 30% chance of placing the Vel on a random ally. It cannot Vel herself, okay? Pretty good. Now check this out. This is where it gets good. Places 60% increased defense and continuous heal buff on all allies, 2 turns. Then attacks all enemies under freeze debuff. Places a 25% weaken debuff for 2 turns on all allies under freeze debuff. And when you actually use the books, it can be brought down to 3-turn cooldown, okay? So that's a great move. I mean, you get defense and weaken and the heal. Okay, pretty nuts, but then you also get, you know, an attack too. Now check this one out. 5 times a random. Each hit has a 30% chance of placing a freeze debuff as well. So you basically have freeze debuffs just going off like crazy. 100% chance of placing a freeze debuff on enemies that receive 2 hits. So you hit 5 times at random. In arena, there are 4 people, meaning you're guaranteed to freeze 1 person at least. And of course, this cooldown can be down to 4 cooldown, and you can increase the debuff chance by another 20%, making a 50% chance, okay? So you can see she is a very heavy freeze-based champion. But then look at the passive. Whenever an enemy places a freeze debuff on an ally, has a 20% chance of stealing it instead. And keep in mind, the debuff chance, you can get another 15% on all of these numbers here, placing it on this champion instead. But when she gets a freeze on her, she has a 25% base chance to gain turn meter by 25% every time they receive a freeze debuff. And she also has a base chance of 35% of removing any of those freeze debuffs when they apply on her at the start of her turn. So basically at the start of her turn, she can remove the freeze, which is actually better to have her at the start of her turn removed. And the reason for that is when you're frozen, you receive less damage. So if she gets frozen by an enemy, she's taking less damage, then goes to her turn, removes the freeze, and she can go. That's actually pretty nuts. And if you look here, we know she's for arena because increases ally resistance in arena battles by 80. That's what they were thinking. They want her to be in arena. This reads as an arena character, but also increased defense with continuous heal and a weaken. That's not bad at all. I could see that potentially being a clan boss thing, especially since you have Veil buff. I'm not sure you really want the clan boss attacking this character, but there might be something there. Now, her base stat of 103 speed is a pretty high base stat. It's not like extremely high, but that's pretty dang good. So you're going to get some good speed set value on her as well. And I mean, for me, it looks like a 5-star, you know, 2 thumbs up. Love the character. Looks like a fantastic character for arena for sure. Now, if we look, yeah, 23 new characters were added to the game. Most of those needed for the fusion, but they added some new legendaries too. Yakaro the Barbarian and Necrot the Great from the Undead Horde. So we gotta go check those out because I actually have no idea what to expect here. I think it's this guy, Yakaro the Skort. Man, look at that. Doesn't that look like something, huh? All right. Okay, let's see here. Attacks an enemy twice. Each hit 20% chance of placing freeze. Ignores shields if they're under... If one enemy's under freeze. Will ignore block damage if there are 2 enemies under freeze. Will ignore 30% of the target's defense if there are 3 or more enemies under freeze. Wow. That's actually pretty impressive there. Okay, that's a good move here. Attacks an enemy. Chance of placing decreased speed. Chance of freezing as well. Steals 100% of the target's turn meter and places increased speed on himself. Okay, that's kind of interesting. I don't know how... I mean... That gets down to 3 turns. His space speed's 95. He's void. So actually, that's really good. That's really good for Fire Knight. Now that I think about it, that's a good Fire Knight move too. Let's keep going. Attacks the enemy 3 times under a freeze debuff that removes the debuff after attacking and places it on all enemies except the initial target. I get it. So it's like a reverse spread. Takes it, puts it on the other people. Will also attack all enemies except the initial target after the 3rd hit. Okay, so he goes 1, 2, 3 on that guy. Removes the frost. Freezes everyone else. The freeze debuff will be placed on all other enemies, even if the initial target dies before their freeze debuff is removed. So you hit them, I see, you hit them first, and then you remove their freeze. That's important because when you hit somebody, you do less damage if they're frozen. Now the passive decreases the damage the champion receives by 10% and increases the he inflicts if there's 1 or more, and then increases his speed and resistance if there are 2 or more under freeze, and the active effect places an unkillable buff on this champion for 2 turns whenever there are 3 enemies under a freeze debuff. Wow. Pretty interesting. I have the feeling his buffs might trigger himself to get frozen, so I think you want to pair him with pyxniel. I think if you have them both, that's ridiculous. Also, the art, top-notch, looks great. Love the background. Solid. This is definitely like an arena. Oh, here we go. Increases ally attack in Doom Tower battles by 4%. Wow, okay. Wow, I like this guy too. Okay, I like him a lot. Now we got Nekret the Great. Right off the bat, absolutely love the art. This looks like some type of scarab, beetle, legion, Roman thing. I don't know, but I love it. It looks like it might be built off of the original Wretch body into a different stance, or maybe not, but interesting. Love the shield too. Look at how many moves he has. Okay, let's read the passives first. Maybe we can understand it. Places block debuffs and strengthen debuff for 3 turns on that way with the lowest max HP at the start of each round. Interesting. So max HP getting lower, the will change that then. Places 50% protection buff on them for 6 turns. Wow, okay. Arise my minions. Interesting. What's this passive? Whenever an ally is attacked while under ally protection buff by this champion, places shield buff on the ally. Occurs only if that does not have a shield buff placed by this champion. Really? Okay, so here's how it works. An ally is attacked and they have an ally protection on them, okay? That means he gets 30% max HP shield on them now, on top of that. So that's nuts. Only occurs if it does not already have a shield buff placed by this champion. So they have to break through the shield and he gets another one. Also decreases the cooldown of the champion's Legion of the Damned skill by 2 turns if the shield buff is placed. So let's see, Legion of the Damned is this one, which is a 4-turn when booked. Teams up with allies to attack one enemy. All allies under the ally protection buff placed by this champion will join the attack. I see. Allies joining the attack will use their default skills, grants an extra turn if this target does not kill the target. Meaning with max book, you can do, it'll be 4, and then if you get the extra turn, that's 3. Interesting, okay? Let's go ahead and see what his third move here does. Places block debuffs, ally protection, and strength buff on an ally for 3 turns, and it cannot be removed. So he is really all about making these people tanky. That goes down to 3 turn, which means you get 100% uptime on this on one person. So that's really good if you're trying to get one person max. Max tankiness, that is. Attack an enemy 3 times. Chance of placing decreased attack cannot be resisted based upon defense. So, okay, great. So he's based upon defense too, which means he's going to do even more damage. This seems to me almost like a clan boss character, honestly. Although the lowering the max HP is interesting, I have to say. I'm not sure where that's going to come in, but I think this character is nuts too. You know what it seems like to me? They're kind of doing a good job of bringing new characters into the game that have something that they're unique about. Like this guy seems very unique about just massively making sure you can get one person to be as tanky as possible, and you get resistance in all battle by 60. Good thing it's not another Doom Tower aura, because honestly, I think he's better than that. But man, I love the art on this guy. This is a character I would want for sure, man, for sure. It's a bummer that this fusion takes all new epics because honestly, all 3 of these legendaries that they've added to the game are really, really cool. And I think that the two legendaries that aren't part of the fusion, people are going to be spending money to probably pull for. I kind of wish that for the festive fusion, we could have got on top of like what in my opinion was a successful Doom Tower release, a really friendly festive fusion event. I think that would have been just the topping on the cake to really make me kind of turn around my opinion lately. But we're stuck again with another fusion that requires all new characters. And looking at it here, there's a champion chase, there's a summon rush. I don't see me being able to compete in both of those as free to play. So that's going to be rough. And both the champion chase and the summon rush don't double dip on each other. So because of that, that makes that especially unfriendly, the free to play, because now we're going to have to do, double something. I guess I do have 5,000 mystery shards shaved, so I might be able to do it that way. Let me know if you're free to play how you're going to be doing it. I'm curious to hear from the well pod itself. And don't forget, leave a comment, join Discord, lowercase, uppercase, doesn't matter. That is the keyword for today. 2 words, join space Discord, and click the link down below to join in the giveaway or just be subscribed and join the Discord. That way you can see the announcement for when that is done, as well as when we go live. I appreciate everything you do for me by watching these videos. You can also download this game and play it on PC in 60 frames per second if you would like with my BlueStacks link. I'm affiliated through them, and it will help support me and the channel. Thanks for everything, and here's 2 options for videos you can watch for this channel. Love y'all, and I'll see you when I'm live.